Life is easy. Hi, my name's Sam Leonard. Now you're probably thinking, Sam, life isn't easy, but let me just get a context of this. Let's get the elephant out of the room before we get started with this. Now, I'm not dismissing and saying that difficult things in life don't happen, because they do, and we can't just pretend they don't. So I'm not talking about that. No, that's also another thing. That's to do with the context. That's to do with your perception of that, your reaction to that event. But that's another thing. I'm not also talking about just generally being positive and pretending things aren't happening. Just pretending that things are okay, but really you're dying inside. No, I'm not talking about that. There's an area of personal development that just pretending you're happy doesn't really work. I'm not talking about that either. But what I'm talking about is just the simplicity of life. Most people just overcomplicate it. They really need to slow down on the amount of information that they're taking in. They've got so much noise in their head that no wonder they can't process it. No wonder they're overwhelmed. No wonder they're not having a good time and struggling to really be in tune with themselves and really connect with the happy feelings that we have naturally that will come up. It's only because we're suppressing it with so much information. And you can do this from meditating, just clearing the mind on a daily basis. It's so important to do this, and just getting rid of the amount of distractions, the amount of noise coming in, this instant gratification from media and news, bombarding yourself with information. You really want to quieten the mind and tune in, and really you start to see the simplicity of life, the messages that are there, your direction, your purpose, things like that just come more intuitively to you when you quieten the mind and just become more peace with yourself. And it's a lot more clear where you need to go. I mean, because let's face it, when you have so much going on in your head, it's very difficult to read the messages of life, of the universe, or whatever you want to call it. And it's very difficult to know which direction you should be going in. You have all these mixed feelings, these different conflicting views on all this information and different viewpoints from different people, and different things like media, etc. It's very difficult to find your direction. So, by quieting the mind, life just becomes more simple, and and because of that, it becomes easier to spot where you need to go next. Just the next step, that's all you need to know. You don't need to plan out the next 30 years. You just need to know the next step. What do I need to do to go towards my purpose and my goals, and why I'm actually here on this earth? What is it that I truly want to love and do? What is it I want to spend my time doing? And when you clear that mind, then that purpose, that direction just opens up to you, and it becomes a lot more simple. Now, one of the other things that people need to do to really cultivate this essence, this simplicity of life, is to stop being the victim. Give up blame, give up being the victim. There's always an excuse of why you're not where you should be, or why something happened to you. This is not going to help you at all. It doesn't help moving you forward. It's like the whole that whole saying, I think it was a Buddhist saying, of drinking giving someone, no, sorry, what was it? Drinking the poison and waiting for the other person to die. This is what it's like when someone has done something to you, and you just harbor these resentment and bad feelings to them. You just constantly harming yourself over and over and again. You just let it go. Just most people aren't actively trying to do things to you. Some people are, but most people aren't. They're just living their life and their level of awareness, and they're doing things, and you might interact with them and something might happen, but people just acting the victim or taking everything personally. Most of the things that happen to you, it's not a personal attack on you. So stop taking things personally, give up the blame, stop being the victim, and take personal responsibility for your life, where you are right now and how you want to move forward. And doing that, taking personal responsibility, quieting the mind, do some meditation every day in the morning, quieten the mind, and just let the noise and everything in your mind just dissipate. And by doing this will truly revolutionize your life. You'll start seeing opportunities. You'll start seeing different connections with different people and different things you can do to move towards your purpose. And by doing that, taking responsibility and quieting your mind, you will really understand that the simplicity of life, and after that, how easy it is just to take one step in front of the other, using the guidance of life to move forward towards your purpose, towards your goals. So hopefully this has helped you, and I'll see you in the next video.